Hey guys, what's up? This is Aaron Crawford once again coming at you with another episode of Making People Aware. So, first off, before I get started, I just want to apologize to everybody. I've been meaning to place up another video sooner. However, with technical difficulties and other such things, I've just been having some issues getting stuff up. But here I am, back at you with another one. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. And it's time to make people aware. So today I want to talk about bullies. Yes, bullies. I know everybody has talked to you about these guys. They're out there. They're pains in our rear ends, and not in the good way. For those people who are into that. Anyways, that being said, they do what they do for one of two reasons. And mind you, I'm not making excuses for these guys, because what they do is not right in any way, shape, or form. Me being a victim of bully, I can outright say that. And there's a fine line between being picked on and being bullied. But that being said, there are two main reasons that these guys do this, and the first reason is that they need to make themselves feel better. Because of something that's going on at school, something that's going on at home, and the outside world, somewhere, something has happened to them. And who knows, maybe they're a victim of bullying themselves, and so in turn, to make themselves feel better, they've got to bully others. Who knows? But the fact is, they have to make themselves feel better about themselves, and they get that feeling from picking on others, and that's not fair to us who deal with that. But secondly, it's because of the second reason that they do this is because they feel like they are more superior to us, little people. They see somebody who wears hand-me-downs or thick glasses or somebody who cries all the time, and so they wearing these really nice clothes, or they got these really nice glasses, or who knows why exactly they feel superior, but they do. And so because of that, they've got to pick on the less superior. I mean, we've seen this throughout history within so many different nationalities. Ireland and Scotland are two examples of how they've been standing up to what they believe to be bullies, which is, of course, the British nation or the English nation, trying to fight for their independence on multiple occasions, and half of Ireland has achieved that independence, where the other half has agreed to stay under the English rule. Now, mind you, I'm not personally saying that Englishmen are bullies. I don't personally know too many people from Britain or from England, so I can't outright say whether they're bullies or not. But I'm saying from what I've seen of history that there are some people who do believe that other countries are bullies. I mean, we think about it, there's countries out there right now who believe America to be bullies. So, you know, in fact, I've come across several people online who just don't outright like America. And, you know, and to each their own. That's how that works. But my point being is that throughout history and throughout nations, we've seen that not just a single person can be a bully, but to some people, that nations themselves can be bullies. Because a good example would be Rome. Rome was probably the biggest bully that we will ever know, because of the fact that they believed themselves to be a superior nation, and they built an empire off of that bullying, off of that superiority. And in other ways, in some instances, even bullied ideologies and mythologies from other countries. including Greek, Egyptian. So yeah, I mean, I think it really comes down to the person or country in question as to whether or not somebody is a bully. Um, Now that being said, I'm going to right now give you guys 3 ways to be able to take on bullies. Now, mind you, I don't know if this will work for cyber bullies. Those guys right now are the biggest things out there. Um, and I don't know if this will work for that particular um, ideology. As far as cyber bullies are concerned, I haven't dealt with but maybe one cyber bully, and um, they're about as bad as the real thing. The technologists just giving bullies another way to bully us, and but that being said, here are my 3 pieces of advice. Now, most people will give you the advice to go tell an adult, or um, for teenagers, or to just ignore them overall. And mind you, that may work from time to time, but I've never seen it. Um, so my 3 pieces of advice for this are: 1, take away their power. What I mean by that, start insulting yourself first. Pick on yourself first. If they've got nothing to pick on you about because you're already picking on yourself, there's nothing they can do about it. They no longer have that power in their hands. 2, fight back. And I don't mean physically. God knows I don't mean physically. I'm not a physical person. Fight back with words. They start picking on you, find something to pick on them about. But again, be careful to cross that line of picking on them and becoming the bully. God knows I crossed that line one too many times in my youth trying to fight back, and it is not a place you want to go. Because again, now you've become the bully, and so people don't start liking you. So pick back, but make sure not to cross that line. 3rd and finally, give them something to laugh at, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, you heard me correctly. Give them something else to laugh at. The reason I say this is because growing up when I was bullied, I finally got tired of it. And in 6th grade, I picked up a skill that I have developed over the years to become a talent. Now, back then I sucked at it. Let's face it, I was no good. To this day, I'm better. I'm not going to say I'm up there with some of the greats, but I'm better. But I picked up the skill of rapping, mostly freestyle. And what that means for people out there who don't know is freestyling is when you take a hip-hop instrumental and you just let it go. You kick it all off the top of your head. And what made this so funny is the fact that a lot of times when you're in a crowd and you can't straight up, you start getting nervous, you start messing up. You get scared, you get nervous, and you mess up. And so that's what made it so funny. Plus, let's face it, a white blind guy rapping, that's got to be a joke in itself for most people. That being said, when I did that, I no longer was bullied for the things that I couldn't control, such as my glasses or my hairstyle or my clothes. I was bullied for one thing and one thing only, and that was my rapping. And I could manage that because it was something I could control. It was something that not only could they laugh at, but I could improve and get better so that one day they wouldn't have anything to laugh at anymore. And in turn, I probably became one of the most popular guys in the school. Now, we're not all gifted with humor. God knows I can't do a stand-up comedian routine if I tried. But overall, I was able to thwart bullying by giving them something else to laugh at. If that means that you have to slip and hit your head on a chair, you've controlled the situation for them to laugh at. Now, don't go hurting yourself to get the laugh, but it's just an example. The point is, folks, is these three main pieces of advice are what got me through high school. Because now, kids were not picking on me. Now, mind you, it doesn't work with everybody. There's going to be one or two a-holes out there who want to find something to pick on you about. I don't know how many times I've had somebody take my cane and hide it. But, that being said, when people like that did things like that because they were freshmen and they were trying to prove themselves to everyone, or they didn't know how big I was in the school, when they tried pulling stuff like that, there was an entire school ready to fight back for one kid who made a difference. Not just because of the rapping or giving them something to laugh at, but because I was there every day for the people who mattered most. Always listening, always ready to talk. And that, folks, is another way that you can get people to stop bullying. Is instead of letting them bully, find out what's torquing them. And when you do, talk to them about it. Show them empathy, not sympathy. Sympathy is just going to make them angry, trust me. Show them empathy. Let them know somehow, some way that you connect to what they're going through. And I guarantee you, eventually you'll make a friend. Folks, that's it for me. This is Aaron Crawford signing out. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you.